Oh, okay. Finally live. The YouTube live stream just went live now. What's up, everybody? We are live week 2, day 4, which means we have 2 weeks left after today. IncredibleScienceCamp.com. You'll get all of these things. You may want to check it out for next year because we're winding down for this summer already. But IncredibleScienceCamp.com. Check it out for next summer. We are going bigger and better. And I know it's a while away till next summer, but spots, again, will be limited. And for those of you in the camp now, and for those of you watching live, there will be a continuation after the summer for those of you that are in the camp. Peace, Yaakov. What's up? Go ahead. I'll let you guys talk for a minute. Ask anything you want. I'll unmute you guys for a minute, and then we'll mute you back. What's up, Yaakov? You got a question? What was that? You broke up.
I sent in my density tower to Science Guy or something. Or
you to which email?
I think it's like something Science Guy.
I'm not Science Guy, but I will trust you that you sent it in. But just resend it to me later. I'll give you the right email. Have your mother WhatsApp it to me so that I'll actually have it. But I will include you. Or maybe is she there now? Have her send it to me before the end of the show so you could be included in the raffle. Just tell her to WhatsApp it. Is it on her phone? Is it on your mother's phone? The picture?
Yeah.
Perfect. So just tell her to send it to my WhatsApp so I could include you in the raffle.
What's your WhatsApp?
She has it. Just tell her to send it to me. And we'll get you in the raffle before the end of the day. There's only 3 people currently in it. So Yaakov will be the 4th if you get the picture into me before the end, because I did not get the email. Nope. But have her. So go now, tell her to send it to my, text it to me or WhatsApp it to me, and I'll check it before the raffle.
What name are you under? What name are you under?
Incredible Science Camp. Tell her to go to the chat and then send it to me there.
Yeah, but it says like admins cannot send.
Right. So tap on my name and she could send it privately to me.
Oh.
She'll know how to do it. All right, guys. So with that taken care of, let's get to our first experiment. And I told you yesterday I was going to show you how to make a hole in a bubble. Now, it's a video I did. It came out amazing because it's mind-blowing how it works. And we have the perfect overhead camera for it so you could really see how it works. We're going to get to this a little later. These rest of the things in your kit, you'll tell me if I'm forgetting anything in the kit that you have that I'm not showing you here. But we have these fun little handheld items left, plus a really incredible science gadget. Do you guys have any idea what this is? Who has seen my videos and know what this is? You have this in box 2, right? You have this, right? Any clue what it is? Anybody? This is like an impossible check mark. It does something that seems impossible. I'm going to show you a little later. Okay. Then in first half, we put a ball in some liquid nitrogen, but I'm actually going to use it to cover it. We will actually have liquid nitrogen. Do not have it down here. It's upstairs. But we'll see if time allows it. I will put this in liquid nitrogen and smash it again. Otherwise, we'll do it next week when the liquid nitrogen is here and we may have more time. But in the meantime, I couldn't find a cap for this, and we're going to do a really cool experiment right here. I'm going to mix it up. All right, enough talking. Let's get to our experiment solution. We need that. And we need just something to dip the bubbles in, to dip the wand in the bubbles. Well, I actually don't even need this. This is how to make your own. But let me show you the experiment first. Okay. So you want to get good bubble solution. It stays longer. And when you're popping bubbles, when you're trying to get a hole in a bubble, you want to make sure that your bubble solution is good quality bubbles. So let's get this over here. Going to open up the bubble solution. It's like going to be the hardest part. How do you get this? There we go. All right. Okay. Now we're good to go. The only thing left here, see that? Bubble membrane. Here, check this out. Hold on. Well, let's pop this. I want to show you something cool with bubbles, what you could do. Let's pop those. Oh, it popped on my camera. Hang on. Nope. Hold on. If you get a bubble like that, and then you give little puffs into it. Feel the little bubbles inside it, and then you just pop the top. Wasn't that cool? I'm making a mess on my table. I need a towel over here. Watch, this isn't any special trick. I just get some bubble solution in here, make a large bubble, catch it on top, little puffs into it. Pop the top, and they all fly out. Isn't that cool? That was just a fun little bubble trick that you guys can do, because bubbles are just filled with air, right? So let's get some tissues here. If I'm blowing little puffs of air, but not strong enough to pop the bubble, the air has to go somewhere. So it goes through the bubble, but not strong enough to go out the other side. And that little piece of bubble that it takes as it goes through turns into its own little bubble. Isn't that cool? Here, watch, guys. We'll do one more time. This is like one of my favorite bubble experiments. Check it out. Catch it, flip it, and just puff, puff. Oh, it popped. I was saying these are big bubbles here. Let's try it. Let's get all these extra little ones away. Make a bigger bubble. Turn it upside down. We'll just pop that one out. Oh, it got caught even. All right, let's get to making our bubble, our hole in a bubble. Let's make sure everybody is able to see everything and we are good. All right, so we have our bubble wand. That's all you need for this experiment. It's a little, I was gonna say the bubble solution is a little bubbly. Well, it is. That's because we were messing with it. You want to try to have your bubbles not so bubbly, if you know what I mean. Look how disturbed it is. There's just a million bubbles in there. We want to get a flat bubble in the wand, but that's okay. I could sort of clear it after I get it in there. I could get all the extra stuff around. Now it's not, see that? It's not popping because I have bubble solution all over my fingers and there's no friction. See, we have a clear bubble solution there. So we will be able to do it. This is actually the hard part. It's not that hard, but it's making a circle out of really thin string. So you need super thin string because it's going to be resting on the bubble. You can't have anything that's heavy. You can't have like a rope type of string, right? You need a really thin string. You're going to tie it. Is this big enough? I think it is. I need a little bigger, actually. I could always make it smaller. So here, I'm cutting the string here. Just going to tie it into a circle, tie both ends, and we'll have a circle. Well, we'll have a tied piece of string, and then we'll make it into it's actually going to form a circle on its own. It's actually pretty amazing how that happens, and I'll explain why it happens when it happens. The bubble solution is going to turn this into a circle. So I'm tying this. It's just so hard to work with such thin string. You need patience and you need delicate hands to do it. Okay, perfect. Now you want to cut off the extra ends of the string. Here, so I'm just going to cut off the ends of the string. And I don't know if you could see because it's so small, it looks like I'm holding nothing, but I now have a round piece of string. I'll go overhead. Looks like I'm holding nothing, but you see here, can you see it in my hands? Can't even really see it. Can you see it, the string? Can you see the string? I'll put it like that. All right, can you see it? You can't, there you go. Right, the red string, just like that, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up placing it down in here. Once I have my bubble solution done, watch. Let's see. Get all those little bubbles out. And we're going to place this in the middle. Oh, it popped it. See, that's the risk you run. Try it again. I hope it's not too big. Well, it's fine. Now that it has bubble solution on it, it'll have less of a chance of popping the bubble because, oh, there it goes again. Because I was going to say it has less friction on it. There's the string. Oh, did it fall down again? Okay, now that it's really wet, like I said, it takes patience and it takes time, but the result is amazing when it happens. When it happens, not if it happens, right? Get it down on the bubble solution. Okay, want to pop the middle, and look at that. Look at that. There's a hole in the bubble solution. Let me get the other camera going. Can you see that? I could actually stick my hand through the bubble, but they're actually, oh, I'm talking low. They're actually bubble around it. Here, look. You see how that works? So the actual bubble, sticking my hand, what looks like an actual, now it popped. Do it again. Get all those little extra bubbles away. In person, it's a lot cooler, but I wonder if I change the background to black or maybe even white. We just have this table over here. You know what? Let's get our black tablecloth, our black carpet over here, our trusty old black background so you can see. I think you'll be able to see a little better because the contrast will be better. You'll tell me if you can see the bubble a little clearer with the black background around it. Okay, depending on the experiment, some works better with the black, some works better with the white. We'll zoom out. Okay, here we go. Our bubble solution is here. Oh, much clearer, I think. Well, it popped. Okay, let's get our string on. It's gonna be a tricky one. Oh, popped it. We'll get it. Get our string on. Touch the middle of it. And you see how that just, can you see? Is it invisible? I should really pop it once it's up here. Wait, is it better with the black or with the, oh, it's much better with the white background. With the black, you can't see anything. Let's clear everything up. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this, watch what happens. I pop it. See, it goes straight through. One more time, I'm gonna show you how to make your own so you could do this at home and you could see it in person. Watch, here's the bubble. Here's the big bubble, right? Putting the string on top. Tap the middle of the string. And it pops out into a circle. Isn't that cool? And then you could put your hand through the bubble. Right? Here, different view. See the, oh, it popped. Now let me show you how to make your own. It's really simple. Let's get the string back. We're gonna need it. We might need a smaller string. Real simple, real easy. Just take some straws. 4 straws. You want them to be bendy straws. And we're gonna move on to our next experiment. Bendy straws basically bend one end. Put it into the non-bendy, well, you need to cut it a little bit. So you're gonna wanna make a couple of slits in the straw where you're sliding it into, because it has to open up just a bit. So put the bendy side in the part where you made a slit, stick it all the way in so it's tight. You could always put tape around it. So that's one. Bend this part down now. You see what we're doing? Make slits in the green. put this one in, bend that one. Put the pink in here. We're almost done with our square. Take one more straw. Again, make a couple slits. And I actually have a really cool color change experiment that I'm going to show you now with chemicals. If you like chemical experiments, then the next experiment is for you. We're actually going to do something from your box, which you probably already know how it works. Let me just show you how to get this completed. Over here is our last and final connection. And there you have it. Dip this into bubbles, and you'll have a whole bubble over there. Put the string on top, and it'll work the same way. So now you can do your own string in a bubble experiment. All right. Now, maybe we'll try it later if we have time. What's up? Adam joined. Eitan joined. All right, let's get to our next experiment. And this, I want to show you what this is. This is called a magnetic stir. A magnetic stir means it spins, it mixes something using a magnet. Now, this right here, this is the pill. This pill looks like, it's called a pill because it looks exactly like a pill, but it's a magnet. When I drop it into my beaker, it doesn't do anything. But this magnetic stir, see how it just jumps there? The bottle's not magnetic, but the pill is magnetic. See? So what's going to happen is the magnet underneath is going to start spinning, and then it's going to spin the magnet because the magnet inside is stuck to it because it's magnetic. And once that spins, well, let me just show you instead of talking about it, and I'll show you what it does. So watch, we'll pour some liquid in here. And it actually creates a cool effect because, as we know, what happens when you spin liquid? Let me just show you an easy experiment that you could do. Do I have an open one here? Let's check. Let me just... The tornado in a bottle experiment. Well, we need to plug this in here. The motor won't spin unless it's plugged in. I'm going to plug the magnetic stir in, and then I'll go show you the tornado in a bottle that you could do with just some soap water. Let's take this out. Hope I didn't unplug anything important. So far, we seem okay. Let's get our plug in here, and you're going to see it start spinning. As soon as I turn it on, that is. There it is. All right, now, what it does, it creates like a tornado in a bottle. Here, I'll come up close to it. And we're going to add some food coloring to it and see what happens. But in the meantime, let me get you guys a little closer to the action here so you can see just a little better as to what's happening in this bottle. Here, hang on a minute. Now, again, I'll go from the start. Just a drop lower, and I'll show you what we're going to do with this. We are going to do a chemical reaction experiment because we have our own spinning bottle. Now, what's interesting about this is, see on my black shirt, on my dark shirt, it's a lot more visible. When I stop the spinning, the tornado stops, right? When I start the spinning again, you hear the motor. It's a really strong vortex. Look at it from the top view down. Let's see if you could see from the top. You could see inside the vortex, actually. See that? Now, let's add a little bit of food. Let's slow this down just a bit. All right, let's calm that down. We're going to add a little bit of food coloring to it and see what happens. So let's add just a bit to the middle. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was cool. Look at that. The more we add, the darker it gets, obviously. But you see that blue spinning tornado in there, or vortex, actually. A tornado is air, right? So it's more like a whirlpool. It looks like a tornado because usually you can't see the vortex all the way down. You only see the top part. So people call this a tornado in a bottle, even though it's not a tornado, really. It's a vortex, but it's still the same. Now, I've always done this experiment, tornado in a bottle. I'm sure you guys have seen this also. Let me show you. The tornado in a bottle experiment with this connector, right? I'm sure you've all seen it. You've all done it. But let me show you something interesting. What you could do, you just need the right amount, the right type, that is, the right type of bottle. See if I have another one here to do with you. And then we could actually do it together. I'm looking for a bottle. All right, we'll put that on we'll put it on the list. Wow, the steps are coming out. We'll put it on the list for next week. But basically you could even do it to a regular bottle. You just shake it up and you see, oh, this is the rheoscopic fluid bottle. I'll show you what you could do. Hang on a second. You want to get just a regular jar that I'm sure you all have or can get, and really easily, let's see if I have one here. Yeah, really easily you can create a tornado in a bottle. I have a few different colors and I'm going to show you. I have a blue one here. I actually have things added to this one. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. And I'll show you how to make one. We'll make one from scratch. All right, so this, it's interesting how science, just one thing leads to another to another. We are actually going to get back to our vortex bottle because I have something to our magnetic stir in a minute, because I have something cool to show you with that. An experiment, a chemical reaction experiment to show you. But I want to show you how to make your own vortex in a bottle, really. It's really simple to make. Let's get this down for a second. As you see, wrong way. As you see, I have this one right here. Which one is this? Is this the rheoscopic fluid? Well, we'll find, I believe it is. No, it's not. Look, take a mason jar. A mason jar is just a glass jar. Fill it up with some water. Just like this. Fill it up. Plain old water, nothing fancy. And the only thing you need next is clear dishwashing liquid. If you use blue, it's going to be a little harder to see. So you want to literally just add 1 drop. That even may be too much, because it really just soaps up in there, gets very sudsy and bubbly, and you want to be able to see it. I'm going to use this to cover it just to show you. And then you got to do a little dance. You mix it up, and then you spin it all around. Well, you can't really see me. Let me higher the camera again so you'll be able to see me. My camera guy is off today. So he was off yesterday too, and the whole month and the whole year and last year. I need a camera guy. So watch, let me tighten this. Take your container. You saw all I did was I added just water and dish soap, and now I spin it. Oh, wrong one. That was the completed one already. Here it is. I'll show you that in a minute. This is the one we just made. Look at that beautiful tornado in a bottle. Watch it. I'll come closer to you guys so you really can see it up close. Shake it around. Look at that vortex. Now, you can add things to it, such as color. Here's a blue one. Yaakov, I'm still waiting for that picture of the density tower. It did not come through. If you want to be in the raffle, you got to get the picture of the completed density tower in before we do the raffle, which is coming up soon, which is going to be for this giant thinking putty and whoever is part of the camp. Even if you did not send in a completed picture of your density tower, guess what? Guess what? This is Incredible Science Camp, guys. Not somewhat okay, maybe cool, Incredible Science Camp. Besides for everything I already sent you in your box, you will all have a chance to win because we have 2 grand raffles today. One for the people who sent in a picture of their density tower and one for the people who is just everybody in the camp, whether you're watching live or not. So we're going to get to that really soon. Go ahead, Yaakov. What's up? Now watch.
My mother's not here, so can you like let me share my mother's not here and her WhatsApp is locked. So can I like share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I trust you, but just to be like officially entered, the pictures have to be in. So you to me, however you have it, you could show it to me on your screen.
Sharing is locked.
So you could just turn your camera towards it and I'll see it.
You mean turn my camera towards it?
Like the camera that you're on now, just point it at the, do you still have the density tower?
No, it's like it's on the phone.
Oh, and your mother is not here with the phone.
No, I have my mother.
Oh, it's on your phone now. Oh, so you could share from your phone, sure.
Yeah, but the sharing is locked.
Oh, okay. So you could send it later. I'll trust you, okay? And just send it later, okay?
I can't just share?
Oh, you could. I thought you said it was locked.
It is.
Oh, on my end it's locked? Oh, I have to go through the whole settings. I don't know how to do that now. So you'll send it later. Don't worry about it. Okay, when she gets home, she could just send it. All right, so this right here is the same thing with blue food coloring in it. Let's see our vortex. And there is our, look at that, spin. And it's so simple. I actually put a little glitter inside it. That's what you see, all those little lights. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And it's so simple to make. And here I actually added some debris. Because in a tornado, you know, sometimes the most dangerous thing of a tornado is the debris, are the pieces of wood and cars and buildings. It's crazy how powerful it is. Here's some beads and glitter with some clear water. And there you see the vortex on top with everything spinning around. And this is so much fun to make. I mean, it's so much fun to do because it looks really cool and really easy to make. So that is your tornado in a jar. But right now, what I want to do is one of the things you have is this spinning vortex, not a tornado, but almost like an optical illusion. And you could pretty much figure out, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what to do here. It's just cool to look at, and it's a fun science illusion of like a never-ending spiral that goes up and down. Just take it and give it a spin on your table. And it's so hypnotizing. I like it. I figured you would too. And I really, can I do it on my hand? See, it's going up, but it's like, where's it going? Like never ends. Isn't that cool? Higher and higher and higher. So if I put it here, it looks like it's going off the screen. Do it the other way around, and it goes down. Isn't that fun to watch? So that is all the science of illusion based on the patterns. Your mind is telling you, hey, it's going down. And normally when you see something going down, it goes underneath something. So your brain is playing a trick on you, and it's telling you what logically should happen. But the way this is designed, it looks like it's going down based on the pattern of the spiral. It's not straight around. It goes down. Now, your brains can play a trick on you, but your ears can also play a trick on you sometimes. I did this video. Who remembers Laurel and Yanny? Do you guys remember the Laurel and Yanny? I want to see here from you guys. We're gonna take a vote after. Who hears the word Laurel and who hears the word Yanny? It's really interesting because the way I did it here, look, let me Let me see if I can find it. It's really not just, I want to show you how your eyes, but your ears can also play a trick on you. Not play a trick, but can really make you hear something different. Where are we? Laurel. Guys, it's Laurel. Welcome back to Incredible Science, everybody. Today is all about the video, the quick Twitter clip that's blowing up the world, dividing the world into groups of Yanny and Laurel. I only hear Laurel. I've only heard Laurel, and I thought it was a big prank that my brother sent to me. He's like, which one do you hear? Played it. I only heard Laurel. Some people hear Yanny. Some people hear Laurel. What do you hear? What do you think? Do you think it's more of a Laurel sound or a Yanny sound? Yeah, she thinks it's Laurel. Anyway, I want to get to the bottom of it because it doesn't make sense to me how some people hear something completely different. With the blue dress and the black dress or the brown dress, I get it, because vision I understand and colors could be seen differently, but I didn't know that hearing something could be heard completely different. Alright, so here's the plan. You ready for the plan? Are you ready for the plan? Alright, she's ready for the plan. I'm going to put Yanny and Laurel, I'm going to record it and put it on my computer. And then I'm going to adjust the different frequencies, the pitch, versus how low it goes and how high it goes. So, yeah. I'm going to change that down and we're going to see if we hear it any differently. And that will give us some clues as to why some people are hearing Yanny and some people are hearing Laurel. What do you hear?
Yanny.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No way.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Okay.
You're playing with me.
No.
You're messing with me.
No.
Laurel.
Okay, now that you pointed out Laurel, I hear Laurel.
How do you hear both?
I hear both.
What do you
There's
hear?
a squeaky voice is Yanny, and there's the deeper part that's Laurel.
I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. All right, we're going to get to the bottom of this. All right, so do you know about the Yanny or Laurel thing going around? No. Okay, wait, let me. Okay, so this thing, Yanny and Laurel, there's an audio clip that people hear. Some people hear one name and some people hear the other name. So I want you to tell me what you think it sounds like. You ready? I'm going to play it here.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to play it here.
You wanted me to tell you what name?
Yeah, just tell me what you hear. And go.
Yeah. Yanny.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And she didn't even see which one was listed on top, left or right.
Yanny. Yanny. Only Yanny.
It's Laurel. I'm telling you, it's Laurel.
No,
Doesn't make sense. How do you hear Yanny?
that's the only name I hear.
Again, look here. Laurel. Laurel. You really hear Yanny?
Yeah.
I don't get it, guys. Wow. Some people are saying, oh, because the word Yanny, the name Yanny is listed first.
No, that's the only name
Maybe
I
I said it first. Do you hear Laurel or Yanny? I'll say Laurel first.
hear.
What do you hear?
Yanny. Yanny.
I don't get it. All right. We tried Mom, and now we're going to try my 2.5-year-old son, CJ.
Come on, there's no other name there.
It's Laurel.
No.
It's Laurel. You ready? Tell me what you hear.
Yuri,
Yuri.
Yuri,
Yuri.
Yeah. What do you hear?
Yuri.
Yuri.
Larry? Okay, 1 second, guys. Now, what have you been hearing? Raise your hand if you hear Laurel. Raise your hand if you hear Yanny. Look at that. How is that possible? Okay, let's just finish this up a second.
Yeah.
Or Yanny.
Yuri.
Oh, it's like a mix. Let's try one more time. Ready?
Yuri,
Yuri.
Yuri,
Yuri.
Yuri,
Yuri.
What'd you hear him say?
Yanny.
Oh.
He said Yanny.
Tell us. Thanks. We're not going to watch the whole video of that, but you get the idea. There's some people hear Laurel, some people hear Yanny. How about this one? Do you hear green needle or robot storm? So watch. Let's get to it. Here, watch. Back to incredible science. Well, the world has been going crazy with the Laurel and Yanny and the Yanny and Laurel. Well, I have 5 totally different auditory illusions. If you loved Yanny and Laurel but are sick of it right now, you got to check these out because these are really cool. All right, similar concept. You're going to hear something. You may not realize what you're hearing. You may hear something else. Someone else may hear something totally different. So here are the top 5 auditory illusions that I think are pretty cool. Here is the first one.
The juice of lemons makes fine punch.
All right, how cool was that? You had no idea what you were listening to until you were told what you're going to hear, and then it was clear. That leads me to our next illusion, number 2. Now that we know that our brains can sort of tell us what to hear, and our vision can tell us what to hear, as crazy as that sounds, our eyes can trick us into hearing something. This next one is called the McGurk effect. Watch and listen to what I'm saying, and tell me, type below, tell me what I'm saying right now. Ready? Ball, 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 ball. Ball, 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 ball. What did you hear? Most people are going to say they heard ball and then fall. But really, I was saying ball both times. Look back and forth. I'm going to put the images, the video of me saying ball and fall. Thank you guys again. That is incredible. I was saying ball both times, but because you saw the word on the screen, it looked like it said fall. Let's just finish this up a second here. Right next to each other, but I'm only saying ball. I want you to go back to each side and listen to it and try to see myself. Try to see me saying fall and try to see me saying ball, but the audio clip is exactly the same. I'm only saying ball. You're seeing the F sound, you're seeing the letter F from my lips, and you're seeing the B, and your brain is tricking you into thinking you're hearing ball, and then you're hearing fall. I'll get you in a minute, but you're really only hearing ball. Pretty cool. Here are both clips. Try it for yourself. Ball, 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 ball. For our fourth illusion,
see if you can identify.
So just to explain what you just saw, my mouth was moving, going, but I wasn't saying ball. I used the audio from the word. Do you know what I mean? I said ball, ball, ball for 30 seconds straight, and I put that audio over the video, but in the video, I was just doing this. So it looks like I'm saying fall, but the sound is really ball. But in your minds, it sounds like I'm saying fall. Yaakov, hang on 1 second. Let's finish this one up. This is a really cool one.
Well-known tunes are before hearing the normal version. Here we go. It's quite tricky, isn't it? Here is an unscrambled version of the same melody. And now, if we listen to the scrambled version again, it will be actually quite obvious what the tune is.
And now number 5, our final one. Yes, it's the Yanni and Laurel one. Yeah, I had to include this one, guys. This one was just, it took over the world for a day. You know what? If the world had to be busy with something, at least that's something that's not going to hurt anybody. Well, yeah, there were probably tons of fights about it. Take that back. Laurel and Yanni, guys. What did you hear? Laurel or Yanni? I heard Laurel, but if you change the pitch, which is really cool, this was an exercise in pitch perception. If you change the pitch, you change what you hear. Some people are saying there were overlays of each word of Laurel and Yanni with different pitches. So depending on which pitch was stronger, that's what you heard. Some people were saying, well, it has been researched and shown that the word is actually Laurel, but because it's not a complete word, your brain had to fill in the gaps. So a lot of people were filling. All right, so that is amazing what what your ears can do to trick your mind. Jakob, you've been waiting very patiently. What do you want to say, guys? What do you want to say?
My mother texted it to science guy. He texted back Q or something.
Oh, okay. So I guess I must have missed it. There were a lot of texts coming in. I don't know who. Oh, she has me as science guy. Let me go. Oh, I did get it. I have it right here, Jakob Weiss. Well, I was trusting you anyway, but but I'm glad that we sorted that out. Look at this density tower. That was really good. I have to ask you how you look at that. That is really good. Salt?
No, I use sugar.
Sugar. Penny and Ellie also use sugar. Interesting. So, okay, so you are officially now in the raffle, but let's do a really cool chemistry experiment before we move on to our raffle. Now, well, actually, no, let's just do our raffle real quickly because this is going to be the raffle for just the people who submitted it. We have 4 people. Again, we have Jakob Weiss, we have Ellie and Penny, we have the Shore family, and we have there was someone else. Yes, no. We have, who was it? I remember who it was when I'll see the names. It was 2 brothers. Yessie and Ellie, right? Yessie and Ellie, was that you? You submitted? If anybody else submitted, speak up now. Yessie and Ellie, I have it here, right? Okay, good. So let me get to my wheel, my picker wheel. We're gonna add a new wheel right here. Add list, not add to list. Whoops, that's a blank. Let me share my screen with you so you guys can see exactly what I am doing on the wheel. Wheel of Fortune, here we are. You guys can see the wheel, right? Thumbs up if you can see the wheel. Thumbs up, can you see the wheel, guys? Can you see the raffle wheel? Great. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I am adding a new list. No, how do we do this? How do we do a new add list? I don't want to add to this list. Okay. I hope I can get that one back. All right, so we have Jakob Weiss. We have the Shore family. We have Penny and Ellie. And we have, who did I say was the other? Yessie and Ellie, right? Goldfane. If anybody else was supposed to be in here, now is your time. Let me unmute you guys real quickly. Now is your time to tell me if anybody else was supposed to be. You can, if you sent me your picture, let me know now. If you are watching this,
I heard Laurel.
Right, we're gonna get back to that soon. Anybody else? Nobody else. Okay, good. So let's get to our raffle. If you are watching this on the recording and you sent it in, then let me know. All right, let's share the screen. We are gonna do the raffle. I like doing it this way so you know everything is fair and honest and open and transparent. And here we go for the putty. Here is the spin, and the winner is dun dun dun. I think everybody who's in the raffle is watching right now. Picking up speed, and it is Who is it? The Goldfane brothers. Yussie and Ellie Goldfane win again. Didn't you guys win the scooter first half? You guys, I think they won the scooter first half. Okay, they are having a lucky Incredible Science camp, but guess what? You don't need luck right now because everybody, well, you guys could have been in it also, whoever sent it in. Let's see. Oh, perfect. We have our entire list. Adam is in here. Okay, Adam joined and he is in here. We're going to get to this for another, where are we? We're going to get to this for another raffle really soon. But now let me show you something incredible, actually. So you want to take this from your kit. This is the hook. What does this do, guys? What does this do? Well, let me show you real quick what it does. And it will blow your mind. Hang on. All right. This right here. Where are we? Where'd it go? Here it is. This is like a balancing bird. You know the balancing bird toys that I've shown you? I actually included it first half. Well, this can help you balance something to hook onto there. Let me get the camera a little higher up. Just like that. Hang on a second. And let me show you how it's going to work. So, what can this balance? And if you guys have this, this is a great, you could bring this to school on your first day and ask your teacher, hey, what does this do? Can you balance this on your finger? Ask your science teacher. And this is so simple to bring to school. It's so easy. It's so light. It's nothing. Ask your teacher how to balance it. And your teacher will say, well, you can't balance it. You have to like put it like that. Everybody will try to balance it this way. And what happened? My camera, wrong camera. There we go. And people will try to balance it this way, right? But you don't want to balance it that way. That's easy to do. You want to balance it this way. How? Well, if we've learned anything, right? If we've seen anything, if I've shown you anything, everything has to balance out in the balancing eagle. The center of gravity has to be exactly that, in the center. So if you see here, there's a little place to hook something on. Here, let's go here, a little better view. A little place to hook something on over there. So I'm going to take a belt. I have a belt, just a plain old belt that's been sitting in my drawer for like 2 years and I never used it. A belt. You could use any belt. It could be an old belt, a new belt. It doesn't matter. Take a belt and slide it through that little slit. You could probably use something else, but a belt works perfectly. So let's see. I'm going to slide the belt in there. It takes a little getting used to. Whoa. Okay. Now we sort of have what looks like a bird, right? Like a bird in the wings. That's like the bird head. And that's the wings, right? Well, think of a tightrope walker walking across like a really high mountain. And now when I take my hook and place it on my finger, it balances just like that, because the center of gravity is now balanced. And the belt is pulling it towards me, all the weight, and balancing it on both sides. So that is how you can balance that hook on the edge of your finger by adding not just an equal weight to it, but a weight that's making it come forward towards me. Now, you don't want to move the belt the other way around, facing outward, because that's just going to, well, actually, it still works. Look at that. Look at that. It still works, even if the belt is facing outward. Just the tip of my finger has the hook. Interesting. Now, when I take the belt away, obviously, if I get, then the hook just falls. It was not, well, it wasn't connected to the hook other than just hanging in the middle of it. And again, just slide it through, place it on the tip of your finger. Make sure it's even. Make sure the belt is hanging down evenly on both sides. And there you go. How awesome is that? So that is the secret to balancing this hook on your finger. I forgot the name of it. Hang on, I'll tell you what it's called. If I can find it, it's called, no, I don't have the actual, it's just a center of gravity hook. It's called magical balancing hook, but that's not no scientific name for it other than just, it's really using the center of gravity to balance it. Okay, let me show you this last experiment. This is a chemical experiment, actually. So we're going to get back to our, what's this thing called again? Our magnetic spinner. Okay, we're going to use some chemicals here. That you do not have this in your kit. Oh, what you do have in your kit, you have 2 more experiments. Guys, we have so much every week. I can't always get to everything in the kit, but this is pretty self-explanatory. This was a heated color change pencil, right? It has a certain chemical on it. When you hold it, you'll see the colors change based on the heat of your hand. So as you write, you'll see it changes color from pink to orange to blue to green, purple, whatever colors you have. That's why I included a pencil. It's not just a regular pencil. Nothing is as it seems. And this is an energy transfer popper. It's just fun to use, basically. Everybody had a different color. But the way to use it, I'll show you real quick. Flip it inside out. Place it down on the table. Can you guys see it? Whoa. I'll have to place it further here. Place it down on the table and watch it go. It goes really high. Flip it inside out, hold it down as you place it down, and it pops. Well, it's a popper. It does what it's supposed to do. All right. Now, for our chemical experiment, this is called the blue bottle reaction. Now, I have to follow the instructions extremely, extremely closely, so it helps to have the instructions right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I need to add 10 milliliters of potassium hydroxide. My potassium hydroxide is this little bottle right here. They ship it with tissues in it in case it leaks. It'll get absorbed, and we're not just going to have chemicals leaking everywhere. So this is, let me put some gloves on, handling chemicals. And glasses, I would if it was like a larger amount and I was afraid of it splashing. But always use proper safety precautions when dealing with chemicals. Eyewear, gloves. If you're worried about a splash, you always should wear proper protection dealing with chemicals. Okay, I don't want this on my hand. I'm going to show you what this does. It's actually a really cool reaction. So, and the magnetic spinner is going to do it for us once we're done. Okay, let me change the camera angle just a bit, just to get you closer to the action. And then we're going to unmute you guys if you have any questions. And yes, we will do our raffle for the giant putty once again. There we go. Tighten it up. Whoops, wrong way. Bear with me as I get the camera angle just perfect for you guys. I'm going to zoom out just a bit. Okay. Now, oh my gosh, I just spilled all my bubble solution all over the floor. Well, too late to do anything about that now. So we'll get to it right after. Somehow always spill it, and I always plan to move it away before the end of the show, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to spill it. And I always step in it or do something. All right. Now, here is our potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide. We need 10 milliliters of potassium hydroxide. So, yeah, go ahead, Ellie and Penny. Ellie?
What are we doing with the Mike and Ikes?
The Mike and Ike's, save that for next week, okay? I included it in box 2, but just save it for next week. We're going to do something cool. I'll text instructions on what we're going to be doing. If you want to get Skittles, I tried to find Skittles to send you guys. I couldn't find any. They were all out in the stores around me. Get Skittles for next week also. I'll send a text for that. Okay? Let's mute everybody again so that we can all hear. All right. So we're going to pour 10 milliliters of potassium hydroxide to 190 milliliters of distilled water. Now, I hope I have that distilled water ready here to go. And unfortunately, do I? I thought I did. Bear with me a minute. Let me check in here. If I have it, that would just make us go put this for next week. Oh, I think I do. Hang on. Oh, I'm reaching for it. Let's hope it might be vinegar, actually. Let's see what this is. This is Deer Park distilled water. We got it, guys. Okay. We got it. Now, distilled water is just free from any minerals or anything. Some people, it's like pure. It's just much simpler water without all the chemicals inside it. Well, it's healthier to drink tap water in a way because it has those minerals inside it. So we need 190 milliliters of this. So let's get 190 milliliters. Let's see. This is too small. We have 190. Perfect. It's approximately. Right here. Approximately 190 milliliters. We'll add just a bit more. Nope, a little more. There we go. All right, now definitely don't want to spill this, even though that's probably going to happen because you know that's what happens. We always make a mess here. Somehow that will spill. Now I'm going to mix the potassium hydroxide into the water. Okay, great. Now we're going to add a bag of glucose powder. I can take my gloves off because the chemical mixing is done. I'm adding a bag of glucose powder. That's just like sugar powder. In a way, just a stronger version of it. We're going to add it into the bottle, into here until it's all dissolved. This is measured out for us already. I want you to see what's going to happen. It's actually a really cool reaction. It's a chemical reaction. Okay. Now we're going to mix it, shake it until it's completely dissolved. Looks like we're going overtime today, guys. That's okay. Swirl it until it's completely dissolved. It looks pretty dissolved to me. What do you guys think? Clear, right? You don't see any? Great. Now, all right, this is going to be cool. We're going to have to wait this out together. All right, I'm going to take this, put it on the container. And this is called methylene blue chloride. But watch what happens when I add. Let's see how many drops is say? Several drops. All right, we'll add 3 to start. 3 drops, and it should turn a dark blue. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to let this sit over here, and you'll tell me what's happening. So I'm going to have to hang out with you guys just a few minutes longer while this does what it's supposed to do. And then I'm going to show you something amazing with it. All right, so while that sits, and I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to see for yourself what's going to happen to that. We're going to do our main raffle. We're going to talk about next week. And I'll open the chat. I'll open the chat right now, actually, to whoever wants to say anything, guys. 17 of you live. A lot of you are not watching live. So again, if you have any questions, comments, if you're not watching live, yes, you are part of the raffle, of course. And any comments, questions, you could send me a WhatsApp message or a text message. And even if you're not watching live, I'm happy to answer any questions you have and would love if you can make it live. All right, you can all ask any questions you want while this liquid sits here for, it says about another maybe 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to do our raffle for everybody in our camp. Let's check this out here. Hang on. Yeah, you guys are all can unmute yourself if you want. All right.
It doesn't let me chat.
So far, nothing. Chat, I mean, like, we'll talk. We'll talk if you have any questions. Okay. Now, this giant putty is going to be someone's. Yossi and Ellie, if you win again, you're not going to win this giant putty. You'll win a bonus prize because you already won one putty, so one prize per day. But you can win a smaller putty to go with it if you do win, and I will raffle this off to another person. So you guys are on a lucky streak. Look what happened, by the way. That was quicker than 5 to 10 minutes. I did not switch that out when I moved it behind. I'm not that good of a magician. But we're going to let it sit for another minute. And I want you to see what's going to happen. That was cool.
Holy moly.
Turn clear. But that's not the experiment. That is not the amazing part. I want you to see something really cool. I'm going to show you what this does right after our raffle. So hang on. Let's share the screen. We're going to go back. Well, you got to wait to see what this does now. That was just part one of the experiment. All right, let's get to our raffle screen. Where are we? Where is our... let's find it. Here it is, our wheel. Okay. I don't see our wheel here. Here it is. Okay. So we have our full wheel here. Everybody is on here, including an empty space. If it's an empty space, we'll just spin it again. I could delete it, but it doesn't matter. All right. I actually won a raffle last time, and I re-raffled it off. All right. Here we go. Are you guys ready for the giant mega putty? I'm going to mail it next week. Yosef Waxlack, by the way, I still have your Zero Blaster. I'm mailing it out on either Friday or Monday. So don't worry. You're getting it next week, and you'll show it to us when you get it. Along as you guys, whoever wins this, bring it on camera so you can see. Here it goes. Here it goes. The spin has started. And the winner of Crazy Aaron's Neon Flash Mega Putty is... Who is it? Who is it? I don't see the name.
Blank.
Where's the name?
Blank.
What in the world?
It was a blank one.
It was the blank. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious, actually. The blank space won it. So I will mail it to invisible person here. Let's spin it again. Here it goes. What are the odds of that? That's funny. And another one. Let's go. It is spinning quickly, backwards, forwards, all around. The winner is, let us see, Yaakov Weiss. Wow, okay. That is cool because Yaakov, if you remember, he was one of the people who actually sent in the density tower. You did not have to send in a picture to win this one, but Yaakov Weiss, you won this one. And guess what, guys? Next week, we have a lot more raffles coming up, and the last week of the summer, in 2 weeks from now, we have a mega raffle again. Last month's mega raffle was a hoverboard, actually. A really good hoverboard. So we have our mega raffle coming in 2 weeks. Next week, we have more raffles, more experiments, box number 3 coming. But now let's finish it up with this experiment right here. I hope you guys are ready. Here goes. I'm going to take this and mix it. 3, 2, 1. I hope it doesn't spill out. I don't have a cover for this one. 3, 2, 1. Look, it turned blue again, but watch. Watch what happens as I let it just stay there. Just watch it. Last time it took just a few minutes, but now, once I mixed it, it became blue again. I'll put it down right back here for you guys to see. Oh, look, it's starting. It's starting. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it, guys. Can you see it? It's fading away. Look, and now it's clear. But guess what? Let's put it on the magnetic stir and watch what happens. Back to blue again.
No, that can't.
Yeah, and watch. Watch. I'm just holding it, not doing anything.
What?
Yaakov, how do you feel about winning? Awesome. Yossi and Ellie, how do you feel about winning? And it's almost clear again. I'm gonna mail it out either Friday or Monday, and you'll get it next week. Okay, Yaakov, I'm mailing it out to where you are upstate, to the same address where you got the box. And Goldfein family, same thing, sending it to the same address. You'll text me after. As you mix it, it turns back to blue again. Isn't that cool? How does that happen? Well, we'll get into this and more experiments next week. I gotta run, guys. I'm here if you have any questions. I'm gonna stop the recording now. Box 3 on Monday. We're opening it. I can't wait to see you guys on Monday for a brand new week of Incredible Science Camp. Join at IncredibleScienceCamp.com if you're not joined yet. And I will see you on Monday. I'm gonna end the recording, but I'll hang out with you guys here for a bit.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
See you next week.
See ya.